28 minutes before we hit the top of the hour. We are still sitting right now at 66 degrees with clouds here in Fort Dodge. Getting a little bit of shower activity going on today. We're going to run down the K97 weather in just a little bit. Well, let's talk racing action. Now, we do this every Monday night, of course, on the Go Lock and Key Last Lap show. But we got some big racing events happening throughout our area. And one of our great sponsors of the Last Lap show every Monday is the Hamilton County Speedway. And joining us via truck, he's in the truck today, Mr. Todd Staley, promoter of the Hamilton County Speedway. What's up, Todd? Good morning, man.
How are you doing, Darren?
Doing well. Did I see, when I had you in the green room, did I see Janet is driving? Is that right?
She is.
Hi, Janet. Good morning.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Not bad.
We never get you on, man. You need to be the one to talk to. Let Todd just sit there and do nothing.
No, you're fine. You're doing fine.
I love the way she keeps looking out the window the other way when she's talking. Hey, brother, let's talk about the stock car, big stock car event that's going on this Saturday night. Now, you got a lot of great events that have been planned already for the season that you've had. You got a lot more coming up. I know that last year was an abbreviated year because of the COVID situation, and then it was drivers and crews only. You couldn't even have stands filled with fans. Now, man, you're back wide open. The weather has been so cooperative. Been rained out once, but you got your April races in, which, man, that doesn't happen every year by any means.
No, it definitely don't happen. But no, it's been kind of weird because it seems like every Saturday the wind is blowing and it gets cold about 5 o'clock. But this Saturday is going to be a picture perfect day. The Bob Floss Memorial Race. Chase Bruceman has worked his tail off getting sponsors, and we're paying $2,000 a win now. We've had people calling and donating some more money. We got a $250 hard charger, and we're paying $400 to start the race, and that's more than a lot of racetracks even pay to win. So we'll have 24 to 30 cars starting the feature, and it's going to be a great night for the Floss family.
Fantastic. Well deserved. When you got a legendary Hall of Famer like the late great Mr. Bob Floss, and man, I mean, what a neat thing that Chase is doing. I'm going to have him on with me tomorrow. Actually, he's going to be in the studio with us tomorrow. We're going to talk about this more in depth. But I know a big part of it this Saturday, Todd, is the stock car class. Which, you being in the stock car class yourself, no offense to the rest of the classes, the hobbies, the modifieds, the late models, the everybody else, the Hornets. The fan favorite in many cases is the stock class, and I think it's because it's just there's so much talent in that class, and it's so competitive. I mean, it can be anybody any week. You know that as a driver.
Yeah. The stock car class it's just an awesome class. Everybody does a great job, and it's just so even racing that it makes for great racing, and it's just a great time, and it's not that, I mean, all racing's expensive, but that class it just seems like it's the cheapest, or not the cheapest, but it's just one of those classes that get out of the car here. One of those classes that just brings competitive racing to the racetrack.
Absolutely. Janet kick you out, did she?
Yeah, we had to take my motorhome down to get a couple tires put on. I had some warranty tires on our motorhome, and so we just got back from down at Stratford's. Got some people working at Tile Pros over there slamming on their truck. So
that's all right, man. Whatever needs to be done, brother. You know that as a driver, man. It takes a lot of work to get things working.
Oh, it does.
Dude, let's talk about again the night, of course, and then we're going to get into that more with Chase tomorrow. But again, especially the stock car class. Now, how many cars are you looking at potentially this Saturday? Tell me about the big events. That's kind of what it's zoned in on, because that was Bob's class, of course.
Yeah, basically it's we got all of our classes running. We got modified stock cars, B mods, hobby stocks, and tuners racing. Last weekend we've been averaging around 100 cars, so it's been a great year so far. Late models will be coming back, but this weekend it's all about the stock cars and hobby stocks. We got extra money. This is our stock car challenge number 2. This year we got 4 or 5 stock car challenges, and then we got our modified madness. But this weekend it's stock car challenge number 2. We started out at $1,500 to win. It was $1,500 to win and like $110 to start, and all the money that's been raised so far, we've got it up to $2,000 to win and $400 to start. the hobby stocks are paying $750 to win and $100 to start. And so far this season, we've had, like I said, we've had great racing so far this year, and more to continue. And I would guess we're going to be in that. We've had a lot of phone calls from stock cars coming from all over, so I'm guessing we're going to be in that 50 to 70 range just in the stock car class. So it's going to be a great night.
Man, I guess so. That's fantastic. And as you said, the weather's shaping up to be definitely in your favor. It looks like Saturday is supposed to be the only day when we don't have chances of rain. When we got some good temperatures, when we got a little sunshine, it's going to be a great day for you to get this to happen. For anybody who may not know, Todd, let's talk a little bit about the Flaws family, because not only in Webster City, I grew up around Jim and Jay and Larry, of course, and one of my brother's best friends was Dean Jr. And the Flaws and Hamilton families were always friends. So I know a lot about the Flaws family as just citizens, as do you as a lifelong resident of Webster City. But better than I do when it comes to racing. The Flaws name was very big as well. You had Bob, you had Dean Jr., you had some of the other ones as well.
Yeah, it was. I grew up. I was at the racetrack probably at the same time you was. And I don't really remember the Bob and Dean racing, but I've seen their cars, and I'm sure that they were probably racing when I started working out there, because I started working out there in 74,
Wow.
73, 74. And then I've just been at racing ever since then. And so then of course, Dean Flaws raced a lot of years. He was racing with Howard Mellinger at different racetracks, and Larry Flaws and the Flaws, Jim and Jay, were always along and made a great deal out of it. And then Dean kind of retired from racing. Well, then I took Larry on as my crew chief for helping me with the stock car, and he of course works for the city. And then when Kent passed away, he kind of took on a bigger role with the city, so it kind of took away from his racing a little bit. And hopefully he gets to come back here. He's about ready to retire, so we miss Larry out here at the racetrack.
Larry's
at the race shop.
Larry's a typical Flaws in that he's just hardworking, man. He's just hardworking.
He took a lot of pride in his being my crew chief, and we really miss him. But I'm on him all the time. Like, come on, let's go.
Yeah, go ahead and cash in your IPers, Larry. Get on that top screw.
Yeah, that's right. You've got enough years with the city. Come on.
It's time, man. It's time. Well, that's awesome.
But no, they're and then of course you had RD Flaws. He raced a few years, and I remember one time I was doing an enduro, and this guy comes up and gets in my window net, and he's like, "Hey," says, "You've been hitting everything on the racetrack." And I'm like, "I'm trying to win." And it ended up being RD Flaws. He's like, "I'm going to get even with you sometime." And but it's been a crazy ride. And Bob, I think, passed away last February, maybe, or January or sometime like that, and had a battle with some cancer, I believe. And then Chase come to us and asked about doing this, and we're like, here's how we do our memorials. You go around and get the sponsors, and he's done an awesome job. He's gotten about 15 to 20 sponsors that have stepped up anywhere from $100 to $1,000, and it's going to be a very, very fun night. I know the Flaws family's coming down there. I guess they used to do like a lot of chili dog cookouts and stuff. So they're all meeting up at the top of the racetrack, or up at where the parking lot's at, and they're gonna have a chili cook-off, and they'll all be here. So it'll be a great night. It'll be a great night for the Flaws family, and a great night for the Hamilton County Speedway.
Oh, absolutely, man! You get all the Flawses out there too. That'll be cool as can be. Having them around and doing their chili, cooking their chili dog thing, and yeah, that's fantastic. Now, help me out here, Todd. When it comes to the Hamilton County Speedway Race Association, isn't Bob, Dean, and Dean Jr. and RD, aren't they all in the Hall of Fame?
Boy, I don't know. There's signs all over the racetrack.
Yeah,
I know Bob is, and I know Dean is. Dean Jr. I'm not sure on Dean Jr. or RD, but I know that the first two were. And Brian Denicus and those guys, they can probably comment on that one, because they're on the HCSRA. But we've done a lot more updating at the Hamilton County Speedway, so the people that haven't been out here, you need to come check it out. We got a nice old catwalk in the pit area now, and we just we went from 47 lights in the lighting up our racetrack to 93 lights on the racetrack now. And of course, last weekend the USMTS was racing down south, so I didn't get to come and check out the new lights, but had a lot of good compliments on how you can see at the racetrack now. And Miles McHale told me, he's like, man, you can even see if there's a rock out on the track now. So that's a great thing for the racetrack. And we get a new ticket booth with maybe some concession stand. I'm pretty much done at this racetrack of making it look nice. And now we're starting to hammer away on the Mason City Motor Speedway.
As I say, then you can retire and you and Larry can go off racing cars down in Jamaica or something, right?
Yeah, that probably will never happen. But
that's funny. I'm
sure. I'm talking about me retiring. That'll probably never happen.
Yeah, I can't, Todd. I can't see you retiring. You know, I go back every time you and I get talking. I reflect back on us growing up together. I don't know how many times we together, or you, of course, alone, more so than me, would just ride your bicycle out to the speedway, man. I mean, that's just how we got around, right?
Oh, geez, it was back in the day when kids didn't sit in front of their TV all day playing video games. It's we had a lot of fun over those years, and man, I miss those days. And there's always, I tell Janet every once in a while, it'd be nice to go back to. I'd like to have everything I have now and be like 30 years old. Wouldn't that just be fun? Wouldn't that be fun?
Oh, yeah, to know everything you know now and be 30 again.
Oh man, it would be awesome.
It'd be awesome. We'd probably have a much better world because of all the things we've learned over the last 10, 15, 20 years.
Oh yeah, but
crazy.
Yeah,
anyway,
we could talk for years on all that different stuff.
That's the truth. So, what time are gates opening on Saturday? What are ticket costs, and how can people get pit passes as well?
Yep, the pit gate opens at 4:00. The grandstands opens at 5. We hot lap at 7, and we race at 7:30. Just come on down and come down to the pit shack and get your pit passes and go on down and see all the great stock car drivers and everybody that's going to be in the pit area. And if you're coming to the grandstands, it opens at 5. We got great food. We got great beverages. We'll call it beverages. We even serve mixed drinks at the Hamilton County Speedway. So we invite everybody out for a great night of racing. And man, you're going to see that stock car race is going to be incredible. And what a way to win your first race of the year it'd be awesome to win this Bob Flaws Memorial. And me knowing the family for all these years, it would be, I'd really like to, this would be one that I'd cherish this one. So you never know. We'll see what happens, but hopefully we get our car fixed. We had some bad luck at Fort Dodge here a couple of weeks ago, and car's getting fixed right now, and hopefully everything's back to normal.
Well, you're kind of answering my question, because I was going to ask you if the number 14 is going to make it on the track for this.
Oh, heck yes. So this is one with Larry being my crew chief for several years, and the Flaw. I've always been pretty good friends with the Flaws family. This would be a great one to win. So the whole Flaws family is going to be there. They're going to be in the picture, and I might drive just a little bit harder. I don't being the president of USMTS and USRA, I tend to be a little nicer to people than some people are to me. But this Saturday night, we might rough up the car a little bit.
Whatever it takes, man. It's rubbing is racing, right?
Well, yeah, but I don't like doing all that work. Actually, I don't even do the work. I make Logan and Gunner do all the work. So
see, that's why you got kids, and that's why that's what they're for, man. And you get Larry thrown in there. You just drive, all right? You just drive. Let them worry about everything.
that's what everybody just can't believe, that I even race. And then they see me working out of the racetrack and going up and helping the scoring tower. And I'll walk down there. I'll run my heat race, walk back out, and I get about 35,000 steps in on a Saturday night. And you'd think my body would look like I get 35,000 steps in, but it looks like I get like 20.
Compared to mine, you look very, very fit.
Oh, no, Darren. COVID was bad to me.
COVID was bad. Like life wasn't bad enough to me. COVID had to come along, and now it's a lot worse.
Exactly. But
hey, Brian says, don't forget it could be $3,000 to win at the stock car that wins the races at the Sports Park Raceway on Friday night.
Yep, that's right. If you race at Sports Park Raceway, all you got to do is show up and race at Sports Park Raceway on Friday, and then come and win the race on Saturday at Webster City. There's $1,000 bonus courtesy of Sports Park Raceway. So,
wow, that's fantastic.
Yeah,
all right, make that happen. Todd says, Todd Wilson, all my heroes that got me involved. There you go, man. Todd also said RD Flaws will be on hand this weekend too. Cool.
Yep, it's going to be like I said, it's going to be a fun weekend. You'll get to see Dean and Dean Jr. and Dean Flaws will be out there, and Larry Flaws and RD and all the Flaws family. So it'll be like I said, it's going to be a fun weekend. I'm super stoked about it, and like I said, hopefully we'll get the 14 to the front.
Yeah, you just working a little harder, man. Just like you said, just working a little harder, you know.
Yeah, I got to make a nice bottom so everybody gets down on the bottom, because everybody knows that I like to be up by the wall. And you got to have just that fine line where there's only like 2 people that want to get up by that wall, and I'll be one of those.
Jen says Todd and Janet, along with Sarah and Brad, make working fun. Must be Jen, one of your staff, right?
Probably. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Fantastic. Good stuff, man. Well, again, it's coming up this Saturday night. It's stock car action you don't want to miss. And again, God bless the Flaws family. Well deserving. Chase is going to be on with us tomorrow, and he's going to be talking more about this. He'll give you more details as to it, and talk more about his grandpa, Bob, and the whole works. So looking forward to it, Todd. It sounds like it's going to be a fantastic night all the way around, weather and the whole works. Definitely one you don't want to miss, and a good way to start it. Again, Friday night at Sports Park Raceway, especially if you're a driver, you get entered in that and come over and win. Just don't go high, stay low. Come over and win.
Stay on the bottom.
Saturday night at the Hamilton County Speedway, you get a $1,000 bonus on top of that. So that's fantastic. Todd, you guys keep up the great work. Much appreciated that you guys are big sponsors for our Last Lap show on Monday nights as well. And we're going to have you on that show if I can get you away from your golf game. It's at your
well, the Monday night golf league starts like June 7th, so we got a couple weeks yet, and maybe we can talk this Monday night after our stock car special this week. So
sounds like a plan. We'll get you on that. I will hook up with you via text, and we'll get you on. I do believe Dean Flaws Senior's old car will be on that. Oh, how cool would that be?
Yeah, they're gonna actually. They got Marty Pringle has got the car, and he's gonna bring it out. And actually, the stock car they're gonna be butted together for the picture, and of course, all the Flaws family will be there. And like I said, this will be a pretty cool one to win. They got a really cool trophy that Burt Plain has made, and like I said, I want to give a hats off to all of our employees that do help us at the Hamilton County Speedway. Brad and Sarah have done a great job, and everybody that works out there has done a great job all season. And I'm just super stoked to get going and get Mason City opened up here June 7th, and we'll see what happens.
Absolutely, my brother. Well, good luck to you on Saturday night. You and I will hook up via text. We'll get you set up for Monday night as well. And again, all the clouds, all the stars have aligned perfectly for you guys on Saturday night with the weather, with the cars and the whole works. So you got a big event that's going to happen, huge.
Be fun.
All right, my man. We'll talk to you very, very soon. Thanks for taking the time today, Todd. I know you're busy as all get out.
You bet. Thanks, Darren.
Thanks a lot. Todd Staley, again, promoter of the Hamilton County Speedway. This Saturday night, the big Bob Floss Memorial going on, and again, focusing on that stock car class. So make sure you bring the entire family out. Again, the big half mile of the historic Hamilton County Speedway. Dirt track racing like nowhere else. Coming up in just a few, we're going to get